Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my Q&A session video for Tuesday the 21st of December 2010. Now this is going to be my last Q&A session for 2010. The next one won't be for another 3 weeks. I'm going to take a little bit of a break over Christmas, spend some time with the family, etc. So the next Q&A session will be on the 11th of January 2011. Now this particular session I'm going to be answering questions that were posted on my Q&A video from the 7th of December and also questions I received via my iPhone application. Now before I kick off this particular video I just want to give you a quick mention about this t-shirt because I can just anticipate I'm going to get a lot of questions about this t-shirt. I wear it while I do a few of my videos and it's obviously appearing for the first time in this Q&A session. It's a Little Big Planet t-shirt with the Sackboy on it, and I just wanted to let you know that rather than ask me where I got it from, it is available from the likes of play.com. You can also get it from Amazon and Firebox, and it's really cool, £11.99. so if anyone likes this t-shirt you can pick one up just under the £12 mark. And Little Big Planet 2 is coming out soon. Really looking forward to Little Big Planet 2. 2011 for Little Big Planet 2, and it's definitely going to be on my shopping list. I played the first version, been really having some great fun with that with the kids. So if anyone wants to know, you can pick these up for just under 12 quid. Now on with the Q&A for this month. Now I've got lots and lots of questions to go through. I'm not going to be able to go through them all. So many questions, guys, and big thank you for sending all these questions through. The first one is from Shosh. What do you think will come to the iPhone in iOS 5 or whatever it's going to be called? That's a really good question, and I'm not sure what Apple can really do with the next version of their OS. They're obviously going to introduce some more new features. I think that they're going to extend this sort of AirPlay feature. Now at the moment, if you've got like a movie playing on your iOS device, you can actually stream that to your Apple TV, for example. I think they're going to make it so that you can possibly stream to another Mac or reverse it round as well, so that you can stream from your Apple TV to your iOS device. Now I think that would be a really cool feature if they do something like that. Not sure where else they're going to take the iOS though, so if anyone's got any ideas then please do post them in the comments of this video. I'll be really interested to read what you want out of the next version of the iOS. So great question there. Next question is from Chak Rakanon. Oh sorry, I'll say that again, from Chak Rakcanon 97. He's just making a comment about my predictions for the next iMac, but also just a little sort of question tagged on to the end about me giving up my iPhone. Well, this question comes up a lot. I don't actually have an iPhone 4 at the moment. I did have an iPhone 4 and I did a lot of coverage on it on the channel, a lot of case reviews and accessory reviews, but believe it or not, I'm not made of money, and it came to a certain position financial wise where I had to decide which devices to keep. Now obviously I've got my Mac behind me there for video editing. I've obviously got my MacBook Air, which again I bought reviews of on the channel. But with regards to like the portable type devices, I had to decide what to keep. Do I keep my iPhone 4 and that be my only mobile phone? But then I also had an iPod Touch, a 4th gen iPod Touch, which I still have. And I also wanted to bring you guys and girls sort of video coverage of my Android devices as well. So I needed to get hold of an Android based mobile phone. And I've still actually got my HTC Desire HD, but I can't afford to keep all of these devices. So the best combination of devices I decided I could keep was an Android based mobile phone, so I can bring you Android reviews, my iPod Touch 4th gen, so I can bring you iPod and app related reviews, and then also the MacBook Air, so I can bring you Mac reviews, and obviously I do a lot of work on the Mac Pro as well. So it's the best combination of devices. When the new iPad comes out next year, then I will be getting an iPad as well, so I'll be able to revitalise or restart my iPad coverage. So I hope that answers your question. Now, next question, let me just bring this in a little bit closer for you, is from well, it wasn't a question. Well, it was actually Yo-Yo Jonathan actually originally asked, and then a few people sort of commented as well, how old I was. Well, a lot of people ask that. Nothing to hide behind my age. I'm 39. I started off in the graphic design industry. Just briefly before the graphic design industry, I was actually an IBM engineer. Then I moved across into graphic design and thoroughly enjoyed it. And from then, through doing graphic design, I really got interested in Macs. I started writing and then decided that video was a better format to bring reviews in rather than writing all the time. And that's really how I sort of got into things. So sorry, I sort of digressed from the actual question, but yeah, I'm 39, thoroughly enjoying what I'm doing, and I hope you're enjoying the reviews too. Next question. Let me see. What are the best earphones at a price range of £50 to £100? Also, in your opinion, what are the best quality earphones available of any price range? Well, if you're looking at round about the £100 mark, then I would still look at either Sennheiser or the Beats by Dre range. I've been testing a lot of Monster products recently, and I've been really impressed with the Beats by Dre range. So I'd look at some of the lower priced Beats by Dre earphones or something from the Sennheiser range. Best ones that I've ever tested are the Studios. Absolutely fantastic. I did the Boston Red Sox edition of the Studios. I also tested the Solo HDs, and they were very, very close audio wise to those Studios. So either of those two, if you can go slightly over that £100 budget. So brilliant question, thank you very much for that. And let me just find the next one. Well, this is the same sort of question again from Matt10. Are you rich? Well, if I was rich, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't be sitting in front of a video camera making videos. I'd be off on holiday all the time, and I might get somebody else to do the videos for me because I'm obviously still interested in tech, but I certainly wouldn't be working hard. I'd be with my feet up and enjoying the technology rather than working hard to bring you all of these video reviews. So I'm not rich. I do my YouTube reviews, which takes up about 50% of my time. That earns me a little bit of money. I also do graphic design work. I don't actually take on new clients now. I just do graphic design work for existing clients, and that is how I make my money. But no, I'm not rich. Otherwise I would keep all of the products. I'd buy everything that I review, and I would never send anything back. So I wish I was, but as I say, money can't necessarily buy you happiness. It does help, but it certainly isn't the answer to all things. Right, next question. I have a question. Here we go. This one's from Dustrick. I have a question. How long did it take you to get used to sitting in a room by yourself talking to a camera? Well, I did already answer this in a comment, and I said about 3 months, and that's about right. If you look back on my channel to one of my very, very first reviews, I think I did a Griffin disco case. Oh man, it makes me really cringe when I watch that back. It was so hard talking to a camera or talking to yourself about something without going and all the time, and I used to cringe when I watched those videos back. They're not bad, but certainly now I'm a lot more relaxed in front of the camera, and I think it really did take me that 3 to 4 months to not worry about what people were thinking, because after all I was just expressing my opinion about things, and my opinion I think is valid. So if not everyone agrees to it, it is not the end of the world. So 3 to 4 months to get used to it, and just keep practicing. If you're thinking of doing videos yourself, just keep on practice, and it'll seem more natural after a while. So let me see. Hey, this one's from XX Hardcore XX Gamer XX. Hey Dave, when do you think Windows 8, or whatever it's going to be called, will be released? Well, I think this news just broke a few days back that Windows 8 is going to go into beta early 2011. So by the end of 2011, we should see Windows 8. I've got no idea what features they're going to put into it. My guess is they're probably going to slim it down even more and try and simplify the OS even further than Windows 7 rather than add a whole host of new features. I also think they're going to really push the boundaries with sort of building in more wireless features and maybe taking on a similar sort of stance with Apple with being able to stream between devices. Certainly with their Windows Phone 7 OS that's just come out, they're going to have to do something to interact better with those phones as well. So thank you very much for that. Apple iPod Helper 1. Do you give shout outs? Yes, I do. Apple iPod Helper 1, there's your shout out. I do get a lot of requests, but I can't just shout out to everyone, but there you go, there's your shout out. The Units 3. This is Zen. He's got a fantastic channel, like Zen a lot. He's got this habit of putting invisible shields on to products and then cutting up things on top of the products. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But the Units 3 just bought a Canon EOS 550D digital SLR, and he's asking, how is your Canon? My Canon is, if I just swing my chair around, is doing very nicely. This is my Canon EOS 60D. I got this from Digital Rev. The unboxing will be going on the channel soon. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. Really like this camera a lot. I've got a 50mm f1.8 lens on there at the moment. And in answer to your question, Zen, really great, superb camera, and I'll be doing a review on that in the new year. So thanks very much for that question, Zen. If you want to check out Zen's videos, the Units 3, really good channel to check out. Next question. Here we go, here's a good one. Ollie Blade, where did you get your office chair from? Well, I can't remember the company name, but I did do some coverage on it on the website. This is my, let me just stand up, this is my office chair. Let me just put this down out of the way. It's a Herman Miller chair, and it's got this sort of adjustable back, so you can sort of make it curve in better. I can't give you a really good shot on the camera at the moment, but this back actually adjusts, and the base adjusts and the arms adjust. Really comfortable chair, and it's a Herman Miller chair. It was I think round about 250, maybe 300 pounds. Big investment, but I spend a lot of time sitting at the desk, and I think that your chair and your desk setup and the ergonomics are really important. I suffer a lot from sort of arm sort of pain and finger problems, you know, where I'm typing the whole time, and this improved things a lot. It's really comfortable. So thanks very much for that question. If you do a search on Herman Miller, then I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. So next question. This is quite an interesting one. Matt Sand 92. I have an iPhone 4 and an 18-month contract, but really want an Android phone, either the Nexus S or HTC Desire HD. What do you reckon? Now, it really depends how far in you are on your iPhone 4 contract. If you only just got it, then it's going to be an expensive thing to change to another phone. But if you really want an Android-based phone, the HTC Desire HD, which I've still got, fantastic phone, very well made, nice quality screen, nice and snappy. The Nexus S has only just sort of been announced, and I think it's available round about December 22nd in the UK, and I think it's available just a couple of days before this video goes out in the US. It's manufactured by Samsung, so it's very similar to the Galaxy S, but it's just been sort of rebranded and redesigned slightly. Looks like a fantastic screen on it as well. It's got an AMOLED screen, or it might even be Super AMOLED, so it's going to have a fantastic screen. And from the early reports I've been reading and watching, the Nexus S looks superb. I might even change my Desire HD to one, because one of the only things, this is a little update for you all, the Desire HD that I've got, really happy with it, But one of the things that I've been really disappointed with in the last couple of weeks is battery life. It's gone down to under a day. I'm not even managing a whole day sometimes. It's having to be put on charge maybe midway through the day. I have just received a new battery, which I'm going to try, but it's the battery life that's disappointing a little bit. So I might change and bring you a review of the Nexus S as well, if I can get hold of one. So either of those two would be good, but I would probably go for the Nexus S from what I've been reading. Now, next question is from Run as UNM. Great video, like the new setup. My question, why do you use two monitors for your Mac Pro? Well, that's my Mac Pro behind me. You can see I've got one monitor over this side and one main monitor in the middle. Reason I use two monitors is because I do so much work. I keep my main monitor for my video editing, so I've got Adobe Premiere Pro open all of the time on that first monitor, and then on the second monitor I have my mail application and my Twitter, and sometimes an internet browser open on there as well, and then I can keep an eye on two things at the same time. So whilst I'm waiting for something to complete on the editing application, I can quickly look across to check my emails and Twitter. It just works well for me. I'm used to having the two monitor set up now. Very, very flexible, gives me a lot more space to work. So that's why I've got two. And next question. Now, this one's similar sort of question. This is from TechFan42. He's on an 18-month contract again, ending in March. I'm wondering if you should get a Desire HD or original Desire, and you'd have to pay both contracts for the remainder of that iPhone, for the remainder of that contract that he's already on. Well, it's such a difficult question to answer. If you're not happy with your current mobile phone, then that overlap of 3 or 4 months probably is worth paying the £20 a month. So you're paying sort of £80 to swap over to a new contract early. So yeah, I would probably swap over and then sell your existing mobile phone. You can use somebody like envirophone.com, get some money back on your existing phone, and it might even cover more than that £80 expense that you're going to have. So yeah, why not? Even look at that Nexus S that I suggested a minute ago. Next question from Alex 200254. How much is the Panasonic SD700? Well, the Panasonic SD700 is the best camcorder that I've used to date. I'm actually recording it. It's behind my sort of studio setup there, so you can't actually see it. Really, really pleased with it, and it's round about the £580 mark at the moment. Very, very good price, and I've been really pleased with how it performs, so definitely worth checking out. Now I'm going to crack on with these questions. M. Rigor TV is asking what camera I'm currently using. Well, as I just mentioned, I'm using a Panasonic SD700, but now seems an appropriate time just to let you know that I'm going to be keeping the Panasonic SD700 as my main camera, but starting in the new year, I've got a very, very special product. I think it's starting around about the 14th of January, and you're going to be seeing a big, big change to the way that I shoot videos. Now, I'm not going to tell you what camera I'm going to be using, but I have got a multi-camera setup in the works. So I'm going to be bringing you different angle shots and everything, and really trying to boost the quality and the content on the Geekanoids videos. So keep an eye out on that for the 14th of January next year. But in answer to your question, really, really good question, M. Rigor TV, my current camera is the Panasonic SD700. So brilliant question. Next question is from Mohit Raj Rocks 1. Wanted to ask which case you're using on your iPod Touch and how much did it cost? Well, this is my iPod Touch. I'm using a Pro Porter case on it. It's one of these anti-microbial silicon cases, and if memory serves me right, they're around about the £19 mark, something like that, or under £20. Really, really good case, nice and slim case, and that's the one that stayed on my iPod Touch. You can actually see a review of that on the channel if you search for iPod Touch case review. Next question is from Iron Soldier 123. My question is, currently I have a Core 2 Quad 3 GHz, but is it worth to upgrade to a Quad i5 and i7, as I would need to buy a new motherboard for it as well? Remember about the pricing. Well, the Core 2 Quad 3 GHz, very, very good processor. Whether it's worth upgrading to an i5 or i7 really depends on what you're using your PC for. If you're using it for gaming, then yeah, look at the i7. If you can upgrade to that, that will give you a big boost in performance. You need to come back to me with some more details, because it just really depends what you're using your PC for. Next question. Oh, I've got lots and lots of comments here on the previous video, and just struggling to find the next question. Next one, yeah, this is a very good question. Dell 11700, so Dell 11700. Hey Dave, question here, what type of internet connection do you have? Well, I used to be on BT, got really annoyed with the level of service I was getting. I was on an up to, this is this term they use, up to 8 meg connection, and I was getting around about 3 meg. The upload speed was really poor, and then it went down to, I think I was getting about 500k connection, and they said that it was something interfering with my broadband. It was up to me to go and knock on all of my neighbours' doors and ask them to turn off electrical equipment and see if the speed went up. Just ridiculous. So I cancelled that, went for Virgin Broadband, which is a cable-based broadband, and I was on their 20 meg service up to about a month or so ago, and I upgraded to the 50 meg service. I'm on 50 meg Virgin Broadband, absolutely fantastic. I'll get between 49 and 50 meg all the time. My upload speed has gone up amazingly fast. I think it's about 4 or 5 meg upload, which is phenomenal. It means I can upload videos a lot quicker to YouTube. Really happy with it. I think for the broadband and my phone, I pay round about £35 a month, and that's for both of them. So really good service. Really pleased with how that's worked out. Next question. This is from Jonty1512. Can you recommend a good reliable KVM to run my Mac Mini and Sony Vaio desktop? I'm trying to remember the name of the, let me just do a quick search on this, because I did do a review. It was an A10, A-T-E-N, A10, there we go. So yeah, an ATEN KVM switch, and it worked really well. I can't remember the model number. Let me just see if I can find it for this, to answer this question properly. Just bear with me, guys. I think it's important to answer it as well as I can. My videos. This was probably the best one I came across. It was, yeah, here we go, an A10 CS1782 KVM switch. Now, there's a review of that on my channel, so please do check that out. I think that'll probably do what you're looking for. So thank you very much. Next one, Game Muffin TV. Hey, you guys have Orange in the UK? Question. I thought it was only available in France. Yes, we do have Orange mobile network services in the UK. And the next one is from scroll. Here we go. We've got to find another question. Well, next one isn't really a question, just a comment. Mquan, who also makes great videos. If you check out Mquan's videos, great video as always, Dave. Lol, you would choose the MacBook Air. Must be really good then. Well, just an update for you then, Mquan, and everyone who's wondering. Still got the MacBook Air. Fantastic machine. Runs silently, runs really cool. Great battery life. Starting in a few days, I've got my MacBook Air coverage on the channel. Some overview on the screen, the performance, battery life, a full review. and also some add-on and storage upgrade videos as well. So a whole series of videos coming up soon on the MacBook Air, and I chose it really because of Zen on the Units 3 channel. He was saying he was really pleased with his, so I got hold of one. Best decision I ever made. Really, really good laptop. Blake BFS. I like this style of video better, Dave. Nice to see your mug. Thank you very much. Would you be better, what would be better for a college student, a Mac or a PC? Well, I always recommend a Mac, but in fairness, check with your tutor. Ask them what they think would be better. If they support Macs and encourage you to get a Mac, then get one. If they say you really, really need a PC, then either get a PC or get a Mac and put Windows 7 on it, or run both OSs, have the best of both worlds. But I would always recommend a Mac. Next one is from Sinfelin, or Sinfelin23, and I'm really sorry, Sinfelin. I think it's pronounced Kinfelin. I can never remember how to pronounce your name. I know you have corrected me on various occasions. Is that a Canon 60D box I see in the background? Well, you're referring to my last video, and yes, it was a Canon 60D. I showed you earlier on in this video, and I will be doing a review of the Canon 60D on the channel next year. Next one is from iTech MacBooks, 11.6 inch or 13.3 inch MacBook Air. Well, the difference in the sizes between the two, I would go for the 13.3 inch every time. I think the 11.6 inch is just a little bit too small. Next one, awesome gaming reviews. Do you think the OnLive gaming system will come to the UK? If so, when and how much will it be? Well, I actually had a contact with OnLive via email about 3-4 months ago. They said it's not available in the UK and they've got no plans to bring it here. I think that they will probably bring it here at some stage, but I'm really not sure when. Their official answer is no, it won't come to the UK. So sorry to disappoint there. Shosh has asked, what is the difference between an SD and an SDHC card? Well, the HC in, I must stop doing that, it's really annoying, isn't it? I'm going to stop doing that now. So the HC in SDHC card purely stands for high capacity. So the difference is SD, I think you would probably go up to either 2 or 4 gigabytes, and then once you go above that 4 gigabyte size, they're referred to as SDHC because they're higher capacity cards. And then the last question from the actual comments, and then I'm going to move over to the iPhone app questions. What do you prefer, Symbian 3 or WebOS 2? Well, out of those two, WebOS 2 is definitely the one I would favour. I think HP are going to do fantastic things with WebOS as well, and really watch this space. I think you're going to get some good handsets coming out of HP with the new WebOS 2 on. So that's the questions I received on the comment section of the previous video. Now I'm going to cover off some of the ones that I received via my iPhone app. And this first one is from Graham. So impressed with the iPad that he went out and bought an Apple TV. But I have a problem when trying to connect to YouTube. It won't connect. It is trying to, but won't connect. Everything else works on YouTube, and I've installed the latest update. Well, I think you're referring to sort of your subscriptions, and once you've signed in, like you've signed into a YouTube account. And I must admit, Graham, that I've experienced exactly the same issue. YouTube is very poorly implemented on the Apple TV, and I think that Apple needs to sort that out in an update. So not a brilliant answer for you, but yes, it is a problem. Dave, my iPod Touch 3rd Gen won't let me change the home screen background or do multitasking, but I can still use folders. I've updated to the latest version and it won't work. Please help. And that one's from Gage via my iPhone app. Now, Gage, it should allow you to change the home screen background if you go into settings and then wallpaper. So I can't see why that's not working. With regards to it multitasking, and you have to excuse me if I'm giving you the wrong answer here, but I think that certain generations of the iPod Touch won't support multitasking. Maybe you've got a second gen and you think you've got a 3rd gen. I'm not sure really on that one. So again, if anyone can help me out answering that, then please put it in the comments and I'll let Gage know. Next one is from Miles. Just wondering if the video editing software you use cost you any money, or did it come with an Adobe package, as I believe that you use Adobe Premiere. Well, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I bought it as part of their, I think it's the Creative Suite or Production Suite. I'm just trying to remember, Production Premium, that's what it is, and it came as part of that package. And yes, it did cost me money. I actually purchased that for my production of my videos. Next one is from Dale. I was wondering if you're likely to be reviewing the Equinox Tizzy mobile TV device for the iPhone and iPad. Yes, I will. There you go. There's your answer. Thanks very much, Dale. I'm going to wait until I get the new iPad. I have been in contact with Equinox agent in the UK, and I will be reviewing the Tizzy mobile TV, but probably, in all fairness to you, just so you don't go hanging around for my review, probably be around about February, March time, I would imagine. Next one is from Mohit. I want to know which case you use on your iPod Touch. Well, Mohit, already answered that earlier. It's the Pro Porter antimicrobial soft fill silicone sleeve. That's what I use on my iPod Touch. Please recommend me some cases. Well, apart from that one, there's also things like the Mitsu Shell. There's also the Griffin case that I just recently reviewed. Let me tell you what that was, because that was a really good one. Bear with me. There we go. It's the Griffin Outfit Gloss case. That was a really nice case, and that review just went up on the channel. So that's a really good one to check out. So thanks very much for the question, Mohit. Next one from Kareem. Hey Dave, can you do a shout out in your next Q&A session? I need help with my iTunes because my account says I owe £19.38, and will an iTunes gift card solve the problem for me? Okay, so it's just basically asking if you can use an iTunes gift card to correct a negative balance on your iTunes account. And this is for Kareem, also known as Crazy Gamer 1652 on YouTube. But if you buy an iTunes gift card and then redeem it on your iTunes account, it should correct that negative balance. So Amber, I was wondering if you have a game center on your iPod Touch 4th generation. Yes, I do. And my game center name is either Davo Mr. Mac or Geekanoids. You can find me either way. So yeah, add me as a friend. Next one is from Boone, or Boone Keong. Do you use a screen protector for your iPhone 4, and what's your favourite case? Well, I no longer have the iPhone 4. When I did have it, I really liked the Griffin Screen Care Matte. That was my favourite screen protector. And the favourite case was the Mitsu Shell from Pro Porter. Really plain, simple case, but that was my favourite one on the iPhone 4. Another question from Miles. How do you get your products to review, and how long do you get to review them approximately? Well, in the early days I used to send out loads of emails asking for products. Nowadays I send out a few requests, but it's mainly manufacturers asking me to do the reviews, and I normally get between 2 and 4 weeks to do the review. With cases I get a little bit longer, because a lot of the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch cases I don't have to send back, so I can take a little bit more time with them. But with the higher value items, they normally get collected from me via courier after the review period, so it's normally between 2 to 4 weeks. So thanks very much for that question. Chris, where did you buy your Macally screen protector for the iPod Touch from? Well, to be honest, I got sent that from Macally, so I didn't actually purchase it. But if you check out most good Apple accessory resellers, you should be able to find that Macally screen protector for sale. Next one is from, from Kieran. Does it bother you not having a super drive on the MacBook Air? Well, you know what? I've got my MacBook Air here. I've installed all my software via downloads. I've got one piece of software that I'm going to install via DVD, which is the new Office 2011, and I'm just going to plug in an external drive to this, which I've got a Freecom drive, and if I didn't have that Freecom drive, I would pop the disk into my Mac Pro and then just share the drive across my network. So no, don't miss it at all, never been an issue. So the very last question is from Garrett, and he's asking if I actually just stopped using my iPhone 4 or if I got rid of it, and why did I get rid of it. Well, I actually got rid of it because I had to choose between the iPhone 4 and the Android mobile phone. So I chose the Android mobile phone, HTC Desire HD, and then I used my iPod Touch for all of my app reviews and for playing the apps that are available on there. And what did I do with it? Easy answer, I just sold it on to a friend and recouped some of my expenses. So that concludes all of the questions for this Q&A session. It's been really great doing these Q&As. If you've got any questions for the next one, which is going to be on the 11th of January 2011, please do put them in the comments below. If you've got my iPhone app, then please send me questions via the iPhone app. I'm going to do a few more videos before Christmas, so I'll have plenty of other opportunities to wish you a happy Christmas, but I just want to shout out in this video, thank you to everyone who participates in the Q&A videos. It really is great fun doing them. I really enjoy answering the questions. My voice goes a little bit croaky by the end of them, but nonetheless, it's been great fun. Have a happy Christmas, everyone who's watching this video, and I'll see you in the next Q&A.
This video is sponsored by mymemory.co.uk. For great prices, free UK delivery and reliable customer support, visit mymemory.co.uk.